Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see how to deploy containers to Lightsail container service. Before we start, I have created a video for how to create a Lightsail container service. So this video is a continuation of that. So if you didn't watch it, so kindly watch the previous video I have given in the description as well. So let's start. So now we are going to see how to deploy containers to Lightsail container service. So basically, Lightsail container service can use container images from public container registry or from our local machine as well. So now what I am going to do is how I'm going to deploy container from public images. So to deploy container on container service images to container service, so basically we need to define a deployment. So here you can see it, right? So we need to create some deployment. So, and each deployment can have up to 10 containers in the specification, and one container will be specified as being publicly accessible through the container service domain. So here you can see it, right? This is through the container service domain. One container will be made as a publicly accessible through the specific customers through our container service domain, and the selected container is referred to as the public endpoint of the deployment as well. And also we can also specify common container parameters including ports and environmental variable as well. And our container service can have one deployment deployed at a time. So for example, if I'm going to deploy, so at a time one deployment it can be run, and that is referred to as the current deployment. So now what we are going to do is we are going to create a deployment of Nginx web server. So how to do that? So you can click on create your first deployment. So that is done. And I'm giving a container name as web. And the image here, I'm going to give Nginx image with the version of 1.19.1. So that will be used as an image tag to select a specific version of Nginx. So if you want to use another version, you can easily update the version. So Nginx colon 1.19.1. And once that is being given, here you can give any commands that needs to be launched, that also you can give. So I'm leaving as a default, and I'm there you can see open port, right? So I'm giving an open port, and the port number I'm giving as 80. And if we come down further, there is a public endpoint. Okay. So the public endpoint I'm giving as a web. And the remaining configuration I'm giving as a default, like port and the health check. So these things will be happening. So I'm giving as a default one. So why I'm not I'm not selecting a port, but it is coming as a by default is since there is only one available and it is automatically get selected. So if you are having multiple things, it will be coming in the drop down. So that's it. So we can give save and deploy. So here you can see once I given save and deploy, and if I want to see the log, here I can click on open log. To see the container related logs, I can see by clicking on this open log. So basically what this will do, if I come down here, you can see it will create a deployment version and it will start the deployment. So the container service will track the deployment version by making it easy. Like for example, I have made some correction to this particular application. So if I want to redeploy it, so by with the respect to the version, it will the container service will get it tracked. For example, if I want to something gone wrong, I need to redeploy. Then also with the version, we can easily redeploy it. So that is also I will be showing in the further video. So the deployment version is initially it will be in a status of deploying as it is not completely as it is been completed. So within some couple of minutes, the status will be changed to deploy into active. Let's wait for some couple of minutes. Here you can see it, right? So it is creating the deployment like 5 of 7. And once it became active, we will click on our public domain link and let's see what is the default web page will be coming. So in the meantime, can you comment like what will be the web page will be coming when I click on the custom domain? Can update in the comments. Yeah. Now you can see the status in running stage. And if you come down, the deployment is also in active. Now, if I click this public domain, okay. So before it was in 404, no such service. Now, if I click this public domain, yeah. So I think we all have guessed correctly. So we have got the basic Nginx web page. So this confirms like our deployment was successful and the public endpoint is also accessible. And also notice that like the endpoint is secured via a TLS certificate as well, right? By default. So that is an added advantage. Okay. So in this video, we have created a container deployment using a public container image. For example, to push image from your local machine to the container service, you can use any of the AWS CLI or on the AWS Lightsail push container image command. In particular, this command, if you use, automatically you can push your local machine if you are having any image. So that image you can easily push to the container service. So that container image will then be available to use in deployment in your container service. So thank you for watching this video. In the next video, I will show how to monitor the Lightsail container service deployment. And in addition to that, we will be seeing how to redeploy this container service and as well as how to roll back also. Thanks for watching the video.